A tarot story.
A pale light glimmered over the shoreline where two dogs howled at the rising tide between two distant towers. A lone woman knelt by the water's edge, pouring the contents of two jars into the stream and the soil to bless the new settlement. In the lush forest nearby, a ruler sat upon a velvet throne, surrounded by a field of ripening grain that promised a golden harvest. A massive hand emerged from the clouds, offering a single gold coin as a sign of the valley's hidden wealth. Within the budding village, a stonemason consulted with a monk and a nobleman to finalize the blueprints for a great cathedral. A diligent apprentice sat at his bench, carefully carving the same intricate pattern into a series of wooden plaques.
I must protect what is mine. They cannot take it from me. My hoard is growing. I will not lose it. No one will steal from me.
In the surrounding woods, a hand grasped a flowering branch that pulsed with the raw energy of the spring. From his high balcony, a lord held a small globe and looked out over the ocean, dreaming of lands beyond the horizon. He stood upon the cliffs, watching three ships disappear into the golden haze of the setting sun.
Forward for the kingdom! Onward to the borders! We claim this land!
A stoic rider on a heavy black horse moved slowly through the tilled fields, ensuring every inch of land was accounted for.
The neighbors are watching.
Let them. This is our moment.
Good dog, let's run!
One day, that could be us.
A young child riding a white horse waved a red banner, celebrating the peak of a long, peaceful summer. A jovial man sat on a wooden bench with his arms crossed, proudly displaying 9 golden chalices on a shelf behind him. A hero wearing a laurel wreath rode through the streets while a crowd waved branches in a grand victory parade. A traveler stood before a table laden with a sword, a cup, a pentacle, and a wand, pointing one hand to the sky and the other to the earth. Behind a thin veil decorated with pomegranates, a silent woman sat between a black and a white pillar, guarding the city's ancient scrolls.
It is
Within the
time
temple,
for some
a
rules.
crown-wearing figure gestured to 2 initiates who knelt before his ornate wooden throne.
The wheel turns. Prices are
In the
shifting.
town square,
The symbols
a
decree.
giant disc
Wool is
featuring
up.
strange
My
symbols
spices
turned
just got
slowly,
cheaper.
dictating
The
the
wheel
changing
decrees
prices of the
higher
morning
price.
market. For tall poles decorated with garlands stood at the entrance of the city, framing a celebration for a prosperous marriage.
I pledge my house to you.
Beneath a blazing sun and a towering angel, 2 figures stood in a garden, choosing the path they would walk together. A winged figure stood with 1 foot in the water and 1 on land, steadily pouring liquid between 2 vessels to balance the city's resources. A tired and exhausted farmer leaned on his hoe, glancing at the vines he had planted, waiting for the coins to ripen. A wealthy benefactor used a pair of scales to distribute coins to 2 beggars kneeling at his feet.
Justice
A seated judge
will be
held a steady
served.
sword and a balanced scale, ensuring the laws of the land remained firm. The High King sat upon a throne carved with bulls, his feet resting on the lush grass of his thriving estate. The Queen sat in her garden, gazing at a gold coin while a rabbit darted through the flowers at the edge of her vision.
A new path unfolds. What mysteries does this hold? A seed for the future.
A rider in a tunic patterned with salamanders spurred his horse into a gallop across the desert sands.
wooden staves flew through the clear blue air, carrying messages of a looming threat from the east.
A gloating man picked up 3 fallen swords while 2 defeated figures slunk away toward the grey, choppy sea. A thief hurried away from a military camp, clutching 5 blades in his arms while 2 swords remained haunting him. In a dark cavern, 2 figures were chained to a stone block where a horned creature sat perched with a flaming torch. Lightning struck the high fortress, sending the golden crown tumbling as 2 people fell from the crumbling heights. A fallen military general lay face down on the shore, his back pierced by 10 long blades under a dark, heavy sky. In the heart of the war between the West and the East, 3 blades pierce a floating red heart while rain lashes down on the battlefield, reflecting the energies of the time. A soldier sat up in bed with their face in their hands, haunted by 9 swords hanging on the wall above them. The weary soldier turned his back on his army and all the emotions of war, walking toward the barren mountains in the dead of night. High on a snowy peak, an old man held a lantern containing a 6-point star to guide those lost in the dark. The jaws of a lion in training for the war, proving that grace could tame the fiercest beast. A figure hung upside down from a living wood cross, becoming a casualty of the war in the background. A skeleton in black armor rode a pale horse through the battlefield, carrying a banner of a white rose, signaling the end to the war. An angel blew a golden trumpet from the clouds, and people rose from their wooden coffins to face the final reckoning. A stone effigy of a knight rested on a tomb with 3 swords hanging above him and 1 carved beneath his side. A ferryman rowed a small boat toward a distant shore, carrying a woman, a child, and 6 upright blades. A blindfolded seer sat by the sea, holding 2 heavy swords and a perfect, frozen cross, as she foresaw the renewal of the kingdom. A warrior on a charging white horse started retreating as the storm clouds gathered above.
The winds of fate declare my victory. My blade stands as witness to this triumph. None shall defy the King of Swords.
The kingdom shall be rebuilt, stone by the strength of our will and the sharpness of our minds.
A young man stood on a rugged hill, holding his sword with both hands while looking back over his shoulder at the wind-tossed clouds. A last defender stood on top of the roof of his hut, using a single staff to fend off others rising from below. A wounded warrior leaned heavily on a staff as the kingdom's boundaries were put up again, remembering memories of the war. A laborer struggled toward a distant town, carrying a heavy bundle of 10 long poles that would be used to help rebuild the war-torn kingdom. In the dusty clearing, 5 youths sparred with wooden staves, their movements chaotic and uncoordinated as they tried to reenact wartime fighting. A cup overflowed with 5 streams of water, as a dove descended to drop a wafer into the liquid. A performer on the docks balanced 2 coins within an infinite loop while the ships tossed on the waves behind him.
A gift for you.
Oh, how lovely! Thank you.
May it bring you joy,
It is beautiful. I shall treasure it.
as I treasure your smile.
And I yours.
A rival king sat on a throne and watched the kingdom from afar, holding a flowering staff as a small salamander scuttled. A rival queen lounged away her days as she held a sunflower and a wand, while her black cat walked around the foot of her throne.
To the distant capital I bear tidings from the frontier. The message is urgent and must reach them swiftly.
A graceful rider offered diplomacy as he held out a golden cup and approached a quiet stream at the edge of the two kingdoms. The ousted king from the east sat on a throne that floated upon the sea while a ship sailed past. An ousted queen sat on a throne and consulted intently an ornate chalice to find out if she would regain her throne in the future.
Oh, what is this? A fish in my cup? This is incredible!
A pessimistic young man sat under a tree with his arms crossed, ignoring the 3 cups on the grass and the one being offered by a cloud.
Man had a bad dream in which he stood before 7 floating chalices, each filled with a different strange treasure or ghosts.
A rainbow of 10 cups arched over a family who stood with their arms raised toward their small cottage.
My kingdom has been rebuilt. It stands proud and strong once more. Our lands are united, our people prosperous. This is a testament to our enduring strength.
The patron saint of the kingdom danced inside a wreath of laurel leaves in victory, surrounded by the heads of a lion, an ox, a man, and an eagle.
I must escape this foreign kingdom. These bonds will not hold me. I will find a way out.
A royal woman assessed the spoils of victory in her garden. A widow mourned in a black cloak. Royals celebrated a new era.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and follow.